Are you still spending too much money just to get to work? Because in 2026, there are scooters that consume so little, are so practical, and cost so little to maintain that they could save you hundreds of euros a year without giving up comfort. Today, I bring you the top 5 scooters for going to work without spending a fortune. But before we start, tell me in the comments, what is the most important thing for you in a scooter? Consumption, comfort, or price? All right, now let's get started. QJ Motor MTX 125. It comes ready to completely break the urban scooter market. Forget the typical boring options always available. Imagine yourself at the controls of a genuine pocket rocket for the city. The heart of this machine is a 4-valve, liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine that squeezes every last drop of the legal limit for the car license, delivering an imposing 15 horsepower and 12 newton-meters of torque, which is about 8.9 pound-feet. But here comes to real magic. It has a micro-hybrid system that gives you extra electric thrust for about 5 seconds on takeoffs. You're going to be the first one away from every traffic light without breaking a sweat. On the highway, it holds its own with ease, reaching a real top speed of about 100 kilometers per hour, about 62 miles per hour, electronically limited to protect the engine. And all this with a very sensible fuel consumption that ranges between 2.5 and 3.5 liters per 100, which is roughly 94 to 67 miles per gallon, depending on how heavy your wrist is. If we move on to talk about the chassis, I assure you they haven't skimped on anything. The chassis is super agile and combines with a conventional fork at the front and a double hydraulic shock absorber at the rear, adjustable for preload, offering firm behavior that allows you to trace urban curves with millimeter precision. When it comes to braking, safety is absolute thanks to its wave-type lobed discs with dual-channel ABS, and traction control is standard, which prevents scares on slippery pavements or rainy days. It also includes a practical parking brake on the handlebar lever, ideal for those uphill traffic lights. In terms of technology, it's going to blow your mind because it has a 5-inch full-color TFT display with connectivity that mirrors your mobile phone screen so you can use GPS directly on the bike. As if that weren't enough, it shows you the temperature and tire pressure in real time, something unthinkable in this segment. Its sporty and aggressive design catches your eye instantly, complemented by spectacular full LED lighting. The ergonomics are designed for day-to-day use, with an extremely comfortable seat and a very accessible seat height that gives you total confidence when stopping. Let's talk about what hurts us all, the wallet. In Europe, it has established itself with a devastating price of around 3,000 euros, also including registration, the first year's insurance, and a rear top case as a gift. While in the United States, its equivalent is in a similar range adapted to the American market, positioning itself as one of the options with the best quality-price ratio at the moment. When looking into forums of real users and expert analyses, the opinion is unanimous. The build quality is very high because QJ Motor is part of the giant Changjiang Group, the same ones that manufacture renowned European brands, which guarantees very mature and reliable production processes. As main advantages, everyone highlights its brutal standard equipment, its excellent performance, and the tremendous peace of mind provided by its 6-year official warranty. Of course, it's not perfect, and among the few disadvantages compiled, users mention that the space under the seat is somewhat tight for a full-face helmet because it mounts a larger 14-amp battery to power the hybrid system, although this is completely solved by the top case that comes as standard. As a small, frequent drawback, some owners comment that the tire pressure sensor sometimes takes a while to synchronize when starting up and requires rolling a few meters, about 10 to 15 feet, to update, or occasional small creaks of the plastics on the handlebar. Who is this gem ideal for? Well, look, it's the perfect bike for the urban user, for beginners who are starting out with a car license and looking to validate their daily commutes while avoiding traffic jams, and for anyone looking for an extremely technological, safe, and economical daily vehicle. It's not a bike designed for long highway trips, but if your territory is the city and interurban roads, I guarantee that the MTX 125 will put a smile on your face every morning on your way to work. Honda PCX 125. This machine has been completely renewed to keep looking down on everyone from above, and let me tell you, it's coming on strong. Forget the old rear drum brakes that used to be criticized in previous versions. Honda has finally listened to the community and now mounts a 220mm disc both front and rear, which is about 8.7 inches, combined with an optimized ABS system that plants you to the asphalt with brutal safety in the face of any unforeseen event. Beneath that fairing with futuristic lines that cover the handlebars exquisitely beats the heart of this gem, the ESP plus 4-valve liquid-cooled engine. It delivers a very lively 12.3 horsepower and 11.7 newton-meters of torque, which is roughly 8.6 pound-feet, meaning that as soon as the traffic light turns green, you're already a world away from the rest of the cars. Its real top speed is around 98 kilometers per hour, about 61 miles per hour. Ideal for moving nimbly on urban expressways, but the best part is that your wallet won't even notice, as it consumes a pittance, barely about 2.1 liters per 100 kilometers, which is around 112 miles per gallon, if you have its intelligent idling stop system activated, which turns off the engine when you stop. When you get on it, you immediately notice that it's designed to devour daily traffic without tiring you. The riding position is extremely ergonomic and relaxed, with a seat height of only 764 millimeters, just over 30 inches, that allows you to put both feet on the ground regardless of your height, giving you total control in between cars. Its steel cradle chassis feels robust and agile, and although the telescopic front suspension does more than enough, the real novelty goes to the DX variant, which adds rear shock absorbers with a separate gas reservoir to absorb urban bumps as if you were floating on a magic carpet. In terms of technology, you're going to be blown away by the new 5-inch full-color TFT display that the DX variant mounts, which comes with Honda RoadSync connectivity, so you can manage your navigation, music, and calls directly from the handlebars with a super comfortable backlit switch. It also maintains top-level details like the Smart Key Intelligent Key and a USB-C port in the glove box to keep your mobile always topped up. Not forgetting its enormous under-seat space, where a full-face helmet and a bit more fit perfectly. Now let's talk numbers and realities, because in Europe it sits at a hyper-competitive price, starting near 3,550 euros, while in the United States its equivalent is in a similar range adjusted to the market of around $4,000. If you go into specialized forums or listen to mechanics on YouTube, they all agree on the same thing. Honda's build quality is on another level. The plastics fit together perfectly and its components are oversized, so the bike lasts an eternity without stepping foot in the workshop. It's true that some tall users comment that the standard windshield is somewhat low and exposes you to the wind on the road, and that in coastal areas or harsh winters, you need to watch the cleanliness of the underbody to avoid cosmetic corrosion on the exhaust, or check the battery if the automatic stop system gets a bit sluggish. But don't get confused, they aren't real mechanical failures, but pure lack of maintenance from some owners. This bike is without a doubt the holy grail for drivers with car licenses who want to forget about traffic jams, for urban delivery riders looking for an indestructible battle tank, for beginners who want to learn without scares, and for anyone looking for a reliable, comfortable, and ridiculously cheap daily transport to maintain. So now you know, if you want to dominate the city with style and the greatest peace of mind on the market, the PCX 125 has your name engraved on it. YAMAHA NMAX 125. This machine comes armed with the 4-valve liquid-cooled blue-core single-cylinder that delivers the legal 12 maximum horsepower for the car license. But what's truly brilliant is its variable valve actuation system that pushes strongly from the bottom and stretches the acceleration linearly up to almost 100 kilometers per hour, about 62 miles per hour top speed. The best part is that it barely consumes a little over 2 liters per 100 kilometers, which is roughly 117 miles per gallon, aided by an automatic start and stop system at traffic lights that looks out for your wallet to the maximum. In terms of chassis, the stability is brutal because it mounts a rigid structure combined with a very firm telescopic front fork and a double rear shock absorber adjustable for preload that devours potholes with solvency. To stop with total safety, you have 230mm disc brakes, about 9 inches, on both axles, supported by dual-channel ABS and traction control as standard, which prevents scares on wet crosswalks or slippery asphalt. Moreover, visually, it's pure spectacle, with its double LED headlights inspired by its bigger siblings in the MAX range, and extremely comfortable ergonomics thanks to its seat at 770 millimeters from the ground, which is about 30.3 inches, allowing you to put your feet down with total confidence. The technology of the latest NMAX version blows your mind because it includes a color TFT screen that connects completely to your smartphone via Yamaha's My Ride application, even giving you Garmin navigation in real time on the instrument panel itself, not forgetting the proximity smart key and the USB-C port for the mobile. In the current European market, its price is around €3,900, while in the United States, the NMAX sits around the equivalent line of $3,200, a very competitive value for everything it offers. If you get into investigating forums and specialized channels, real users are delighted with its electric agility between cars and the tremendous reliability of the Japanese engine, which stands out for its premium quality components and adjustments that never fail. Of course, as no vehicle is perfect, the community criticizes that the underseat space is somewhat tight if you try to put in a very large full-faced helmet, and that the rear suspension can feel somewhat hard if you ride over worn cobblestone areas. For all this scooter is the ideal golden ticket, both for the beginner looking for their first bike without hassle, and for the urban worker who needs to optimize their daily time with style, comfort, and maximum mechanical peace of mind. ZONTES 125X, a scooter that has arrived breaking traditional molds. If you like to squeeze every drop of power, you're going to love knowing that its liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine delivers the maximum 15 horsepower allowed by law, along with a torque of 13 Newton-meters, about 9.6 pound-feet. In practice, this means you're going to be the first off the traffic lights with tremendous ease and stretch comfortably up to a top speed of around 110 kilometers per hour, about 68 miles per hour, ideal for moving around ring roads and peripheral highways. The best part is that it barely consumes, staying at a ridiculous 2.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is about 94 miles per gallon. If you add to this its generous 11-liter tank, nearly 3 gallons, you have a real range exceeding 500 kilometers, over 310 miles. You're going to forget what it's like to set foot in a gas station. The real secret of its agility, and what will make you smile on every curve, is in its chassis. ZONTES has pushed the boat out using an ultra-light aluminum chassis that brings the dry weight down to an incredible 108 kilos, about 238 pounds. Moving this bike is child's play. In terms of suspension, it feels very well planted thanks to a firm but comfortable system, and to stop it, you have disc brakes on both wheels supported by an ABS system, and traction control is standard, something brutal in this displacement that gives you a tremendous safety plus on wet pavements or treacherous crosswalks. As soon as you sit on it, you notice that the technology is from another galaxy. The command post is presided over by a 5-inch full-color TFT display with total connectivity that includes real-time navigation. You forget about keys thanks to its intelligent start system. It has a tire pressure sensor so you never run low on air, and it even incorporates an automatic stop and start system at traffic lights to take care of the environment and your wallet. Visually, it's an aggressive and modern bike, but it doesn't forget about comfort. Its ergonomics are designed so you can ride with your back straight and relaxed, and with a seat height of only 770 millimeters, about 30.3 inches, anyone can reach the ground perfectly with both feet, which gives brutal confidence when stopping. Moreover, the underseat space is enormous and optimized so you can store up to 2 full-face helmets, solving the big space problem of compact scooters. If we talk about money, get ready for a huge surprise. In Europe, it has been launched with a groundbreaking price of €2,688, positioning itself well below its direct rivals from traditional brands that offer half the equipment. In the American market, although the brand operates under different imports and local nomenclatures, it maintains that same philosophy of costing a fraction of what the competition asks. When digging through forums and specialized channels, real users are delighted with the extreme lightness and technological deployment for this price. As usual, there are always small details, and some owners mention that the TFT screen reading can reflect a bit under direct noonday sun, and that the fairing plastics require care when disassembling. However, the general perception of quality is very high because ZONTES manufactures its own components with state-of-the-art robotics, using Bosch electronic injection and aluminum alloys that simply don't fail or give the headaches of Asian bikes from the past. This machine is the ideal entry ticket for beginners with an A1 license or for those car drivers who with a B license want to make the leap to two wheels safely, technologically, and very enjoyably. It's perfect for devouring daily city traffic, for retirees looking for a light, comfortable, and easy-to-handle vehicle, and even for weekend getaways thanks to its tremendous range. In short, a bike that gives you much more than you pay for it. VOGE SR1. This machine is pure agility and efficiency. At its heart roars a 125 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, which is about 7.6 cubic inches, that delivers a very lively 11.6 horsepower and a torque of 11 newton meters, roughly 8.1 pound-feet. What does this mean in real life? That you have a dazzling takeoff in the city and a top speed of around 100 kilometers per hour, about 62 miles per hour, ideal for moving along ring roads and bypasses without breaking a sweat. But watch out, the best part is how little it consumes. With a certified consumption of only 2.2 liters per 100 kilometers, which is about 107 miles per gallon, you're going to forget what gasoline costs while enjoying brutal range thanks to its 8-liter tank, nearly 2.1 gallons. But of course, power is nothing without control, and this is where the chassis is going to give you tremendous confidence. Its steel tube chassis is rigid but very forgiving, supported by a telescopic front fork and a double rear shock absorber that absorb daily bumps like nothing. When it comes to stopping, VOGE hasn't skimped on safety. It equips disc brakes on both wheels backed by an independent dual-channel ABS system, something that in this segment is a total lifesaver when the asphalt gets slippery. It also adds disengageable traction control so that neither rain nor white-painted lines give you a fright. When you get on, the ergonomics are pure comfort, with a seat only 775 millimeters from the ground, about 30.5 inches, that allows anyone to put both feet down with total firmness. Its design combines sporty and modern lines with a front screen that protects wonderfully against the wind, ideal for not getting tired. In terms of technology, you're going to feel like you're in the future thanks to its high-visibility full-color LCD display, which includes Bluetooth connectivity to manage your calls, and even a USB port so your mobile doesn't run out of battery. But the real crown jewel is its integrated high-definition front camera, ready to record your routes or in case anything unforeseen happens in traffic. All this is completed with the keyless start system, so you only have to get on and start. Let's talk numbers because here comes the big surprise. In the European market, this technological and urban marvel is at a super competitive price of around €2,790, while in the United States, its equivalent moves around $3,100, consolidating itself as one of the options with the best quality-price ratio on the current market. Those who write it daily in forums and specialized channels agree that its great advantage is the smoothness of the ride and how complete it comes a standard for that price. Being a brand from the giant Launchen, the quality of the components is more than proven, and it doesn't usually give serious mechanical failures. That said, users point out as areas for improvement an under-seat space that's somewhat tight, where a jet helmet or a small full face fits, but not the largest ones, and that the rear suspension can feel somewhat firm if you ride with a passenger. Who is this bike for? It's the perfect companion for the urban rider, for those looking to save on their daily commute to work, and especially for beginners with a B car license who want to make the leap to two wheels with maximum safety, technology, and style, without emptying their pockets. And after seeing them all, if I had to choose one for my garage, I'd go with the ZONTES 125X. Why? Because when you look at everything it offers and then you see the price, you simply find it hard to find something that even comes close. It's light, modern, practical, and has a quality-price ratio that seems almost unfair to its rivals. Now I want to know your opinion. Do you agree with me, or do you prefer the Honda, the Yamaha, or the QJ motor? Leave it for me in the comments.
And don't forget to support us with the like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to make this motorcycle family grow bigger and bigger. Good routes to everyone.